Hello, this is Ricky from Symmetrica. Today I'm going to run through the Sainsbury's Impact Feedback Tool 2. Now there's a previous video which provides you with guidance on using Feedback Tool 1. Feedback Tool 2 is for use when the options offered in Feedback Tool 1 do not match some of your charity's activities or services or the benefits that you create. In some cases, the charity work supported by Sainsbury's might not be easily classified under the type of support, target group or benefit options offered in Feedback Tool 1. These may include varied activities like costume donation, painting and decorating, or awareness raising around an issue. In these circumstances, Sainsbury's is still interested in assessing the well-being impacts from the charity work supported. Feedback Tool 2 allows you to estimate the improvements in well-being, in terms of life satisfaction, associated with any project, program or activity based on an evaluation of the change in well-being produced by that activity. Now, please note that the first row, or row 2, of Feedback Tool 2 is greyed out and it's there as an example, okay, to help you. Please don't enter any information in this first row, you simply won't be able to. What we'll do today is we'll go from left to right and we'll give an example case and input data as we go to show you how the Feedback Tool 2 works. So first of all, you manually input the date. Okay, for example, there we go. Next, what region are you based in? Is it one of these regions here, South East, South West, London, etc., or you might indeed be UK-wide with branches and activities all over the UK. We want you to input your the store number of the Sainsbury's store that you partner with. That's usually a 4-digit number. Then we want you to add in the charity name. Okay, so in this case it might be P and D in the community. Okay, so painting and decorating in the community, and your registered charity number, so that might be a 6-digit code. Usually that would be 6 digits, so I'll add in that number there. Now then, we're interested in the name of the project, program or activity, or it can either be the official name or a clear and concise description of the project or activity. So in this case, it's painting and decorating in the community, so the houses of individuals with mobility and disability issues. Okay, so this charity goes into the community, perhaps elderly people or people with disabilities who are unable to do certain bits of DIY around their house. Well, P&D in the community come in and they help. Now, which category area does your project, program or activity fall under? You've got a drop-down list to select from. Now, don't worry if your activity or your charity doesn't clearly fall into any of these areas, because there is an other option, and that's entirely fine. If you want to select other, then that's fine. As we anticipate, in many cases, the charity activities which are being input into Feedback Tool 2 don't really fit very clearly into a category. I think in this case we could select community and social. I think there's a clear category that we can select there. But as I say, there's no problem selecting other from the drop-down list. Next, we're interested in the number of participants who have benefited from this activity. Now, this should be the number of actual individuals who benefit, rather than say the number of times that we've gone out and the number of houses that we've painted or decorated. So let's say around 100 individuals have benefited living in the houses which have been had a bit of DIY done and had home improvements performed on them. So 100 individuals, 100 participants there. Next, the donation or fundraising amount. Please indicate how much money in terms of a budget or donation was provided by Sainsbury's to support the project, program or activity. Okay, so in this case it might be £1,234, and that will be automatically put into a monetary amount there. Project length, how long did the project last? You can select anything from a day up to 12 months, okay, across the year. So let's say that this was a 6-month project, for example. Next we go to the right, and now we want you to evaluate for the whole group the average life satisfaction of that group of beneficiaries at the start of the project, program or activity. So before any painting and decorating happened in their house, how would you evaluate their life satisfaction? Now this is on a scale from 0 to 10, where 0 is totally dissatisfied and 10 is totally satisfied. Okay, you have a scale here at increments of 0.5. As a little bit of background, life satisfaction is an evaluative measure of people's overall well-being. Now we know from national surveys that the average life satisfaction in the UK is around 7.5. Okay, on this scale of 0 to 10. It varies for people from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. It's around 7. Okay, and although some individuals might, go down very low or very high, as an average, we'd normally expect it to be somewhere here, between 5 and 9, really not much higher than that. So what we want you to do is to evaluate this initial life satisfaction of the group, of these individuals, right, in this case with mobility or disability issues. And please remember that life satisfaction evaluations should be realistic and consistent, thinking of the average across the entire group of programme participants. Obviously, we expect you to make a rough estimate, but this should be based on your knowledge of the group. So in this case, we're talking about individuals with mobility or disability issues. So if the average is 7.5, and for those from lower socioeconomic backgrounds, their well-being tends to be lower, around 7. Well, these individuals, have issues getting around, can't do DIY in their own house, so we'd estimate their well-being to be relatively low. So let's say 6 in this case. That's how we evaluate their initial life satisfaction before any painting or decorating happens. Next, we're interested in the percentage change. So the change in life satisfaction that comes at the end of the program, project or activity. Okay. Now this is a percentage change which we ask you to calculate between -15 and 15%. Okay, if it's an improvement it would be +15. And we also, again, for a little bit of background, a major event would be around 15%. A major event might be an individual moving from unemployment, which we know is very bad for their life satisfaction, their well-being, to employment, which we know improves it, and it can improve it by around 15%. At the same time, smaller events, like starting to do exercise, for example, they also improve your life satisfaction, but at a lower level, around 3%. So while considering your participants' change in life satisfaction, please do remember that these life satisfaction evaluations, again, should be realistic and consistent across the whole group, and that you need to make an estimate of the kind of life satisfaction improvements that were produced. So in this case, we're going in and we're improving the home environments of individuals who are unable to do so themselves. So yeah, that's a fairly good and definite improvement that we'd expect in their life satisfaction, but at the same time it's not a major event, so 15% would be quite high. But let's say we estimate that across the group there was around a 5% improvement in life satisfaction produced by the intervention that year. And there we have it. This is all the information that we need to complete Feedback Tool 1. So just to recap, we need some background details on yourself and your charity, some information on the name of the project, program or activity, and the category it falls under if possible, the number of participants or beneficiaries, the donation amount provided by Sainsbury's, the project length, an evaluation of what the individual's life satisfaction was like before the project, and then an evaluation of how their life satisfaction changed through the project in percentage terms. So we hope this video has been helpful. You can find supporting information in the guidance documents, and thank you very much for your time.